When I turned 40, I wanted to do something different to celebrate that milestone, other than have a traditional party. The plan I developed was to paddle off the shore out to the shoal on a double surf ski. Once out there, I would jump off, swim down to the pinnacles, kick off, and head for the shore. We set the coordinates for the pinnacle section of the shoal and set off from the beach on what I can comfortably say was one of the most beautiful days I've ever seen for an ocean water swim. Ever. Not a cloud in the sky, no wind, no swell, no current. A gentle 1 foot wave lapping on the beach break. Water temperature around 24-25 degrees and visibility around 30 meters. It was breathtaking. The action of paddling out on the ski gave me something to take my mind off what was to follow. Barry took me right to the pinnacles. All too soon it seemed, we were arriving at the shoal. With my heart thundering in my chest, I slipped quietly into the swirling waters around me. In the far distance, 5 kilometers away on the horizon, I could make out a smudge of land. At that precise point in time, the thought gave me little comfort. I was far too preoccupied with ideas of what predators lurked below. I love the ocean, but at that point in time, I was way out of my comfort zone. Actually touching the reef was important for me. I wanted to have that contact and to feel connected to the land even though I was far out at sea. To be able to say I'd really been there. Psychologically, it had always been the start point of my swim whenever I talked about it or visualized myself doing it. From that far out to sea, you can't actually see the beach. It was such a clear day that I could make out the lighthouse at Greenpoint and the radio tower above Canstill and some white specks which I knew was the village of Scottborough to the south. The water was so clear that when I swam off the shoal into the deep ocean, I experienced a sensation of vertigo, such was the infinite blue of what I was suddenly looking into. Little specks of luminescence dotted out far below me, and shafts of light filtered into the blue. I felt so privileged to be a part of it, and was awed by the beauty of what surrounded me. I swam right next to the ski, and settled into what I call the stretchy stroke. This is a term I developed when teaching my children, Guy and Jessica, how to swim. The key to the stretchy stroke was to stretch far out in front in a relaxed freestyle, but not to pull too hard. I told them you could swim all day if you did it right, as it would never ever tire you out. Well, I had a good chance to test that, and you know what? It works. When you are stepping out into the unknown, you want to have a clear mind and a positive attitude. I can tell you that Barry Lewin is an amazing conductor of positive energy, and he was my ideal guy to second me. Apart from being a champion surf ski paddler, he's just a really calm, all-round, knowledgeable waterman.
Are we out with John? He's got 2 Ks to go. He's been swimming for quite a while, probably about just under an hour, and he's really making good headway.
As we neared the land, I paused to look up more frequently. It was such a beautiful perspective of Greenpoint, and I drank it in, savouring every moment. The heebie-jeebies and thoughts of predators I'd experienced earlier were replaced by a wonder at the natural beauty of where we live.
So we almost all the way home. John's been swimming for 4.6 or 4.7 Ks so far.
I thought of how so many people spend so much money travelling to all ends of the world when there are beautiful adventures to be had right here on our doorstep.
Water is so clean. Yeah, nearly there. Maybe 100 meters, 200 meters.
The water was so clear that from a kilometre out to sea, I could see the sand along the bottom of the seabed clearly. As I neared the beach, I managed to body surf a tiny little wave into the shore break. It was an awesome end to an amazing swim. It had taken me a year and a half longer than I initially thought it would, but I'd finally celebrated my 40th birthday in the style I wanted to, and it felt great.